know that.
Luck be a lady tonight.
Tonight.
Oh, actually, Suk, you know what I should sing? I should sing Lady in Red.
Thank you.
Dancing with me.
Did you see that?
Cheek to cheek.
Guess who wants to do my graphics and produce my graphics behind? So the two of us are like sitting there teetering around, like screwing around with stuff.
Your son's going to do his graphics?
Well, you know, Scotty, it's not like I'm any good with the computer. Let's face it. Let's walk through it together.
I'm lucky we get this show on every night. I'm just posting up, sharing, and caring.
Great. You're great. Listen, you know what I was thinking? Hey, Alexium Salvador is already here. Hello to you. 7 o'clock. Yeah, Sharon is here. Deborah is here. It's Wacky Wednesday, Suki and Scott. Scott,
Suki, do you mind if I pick the do you mind if I pick the spare rib meat out of my teeth? I'm right in the middle of eating.
Go get a toothpick, Scotty.
Hold on. How am I looking, Suki? How am I looking? All right.
You look tired. I have to say, you do look a little tired but I think it's because you didn't shave.
It's the beard. It's the beard.
Yeah.
No shave Wednesday.
Oh, no shave Wednesday. Okay, got it. So this afternoon, we kind of met up with each other because we're on Joan London's show. That was exciting.
Yes. This is the second time we've been on somebody's show today. Right now, it's our own, luckily.
You know what? And I was thinking to myself, you kind of have a crush on Joan.
You know what? I told Joan. I told her that right on her show. I said, Joan, I told Suki after you were on, I got a little crush on Joan London.
Yeah.
And I think that made her feel good.
I think it did too.
I think it made her feel good. And I think we've got a little Zoom date coming up around 11:30 tonight. I didn't want to put it out there in public.
I like it. Oh my gosh, Maggie Hemming joining us from Australia.
Australia's back in the house tonight.
Australia's back, and Rick Johnson back from Ozark. Oh, I like that. I like
Maggie, there's Maggie right there. Look at her. Very pretty. Wow.
Maggie's very beautiful.
I hear some good people say hump day, according to Lisa. Yes, that would be Wednesday is hump day.
Hump day is Wednesday. It looks like Joanne Fanslau is related to Paula Giordano. It looks like our whole family is getting together. I love this. Families are now, Scotty. Families together.
Listen, it's like back in the 50s when people used to gather around the radio. And still, your husband, Eric, who's wearing shorts today, I notice, he's literally one of the biggest highlights of this show.
I know. I tell you. And Jennifer Stoddard, who, you know what, watched us with Joan, is back with us tonight again. I love that. Thank you, Jennifer.
Suki, I know I say this every night because every night I mean it. And we've had the shows we have. I mean, last night with Nikki Blonsky, Joan London, and we've got Sinbad tomorrow night. But tonight, I'm so excited because we love singers.
We do.
We love impressionists.
We do.
This gentleman, Tony Pace, is coming to us. He usually performs in Vegas. He's an amazing singer, and he does impressions of singers. Fantastic. So I'm very excited about this. And also later on in the show, John Larocchia, the guy who created Laughter Saves
Lives.
Funny guy. John's going to join former FDNY, party. He was there on 9/11 and he created this amazing charity. So we're going to talk to John. But, first it's you and me with a little time to kill.
So did you watch any of the news?
Suk, I'm running around all day. I'm home back and forth.
Did you hear about the 2 dams that failed in Michigan? And on top of this COVID pandemic, poor people. I mean, a lot of people being displaced. So our thoughts and prayers go out to the folks in Michigan right now having to deal with that. And the worst part was, like everything when it comes to our infrastructure, especially our aging infrastructure, and we know that living in New York City, apparently Michigan officials had been sounding the alarm for several years in that town, saying something like this could happen. And there you go. So it's you know what it is? We didn't need this to happen in a community or in a state like Michigan that's had so much going on in terms of, both sides with reopening and also COVID. It has a lot of cases of COVID there, and they haven't been able to really get it down, the numbers. So it's difficult. It's difficult.
Do you need me to bring this back up to a
No. I just wanted, because we have viewers from everywhere, and if they were joining us or had family, I felt like we'd be remiss not to be able to say, hey, we're with you, Michigan. I'm so sorry that you're dealing with this right now. On the other note, it's Memorial Day weekend in a couple of days, and all 50 states are going to be open, ready for business.
And on that note, Suki, would you do our Signs of the Day theme song, please?
I saw the sign, and it opened up my mind. I saw the sign with Suki and Scott.
They're going to grab you up. Let's see what we got for you first, Suk. First sign of the day. Next time you're afraid to share ideas, remember someone once said in a meeting, let's make a film with a tornado full of sharks.
And it happened, and it was good. It was brilliant.
It's happened many times.
Sharknado 1, 2, 3. I don't know if we're on the third Sharknado.
4 and 5. Let's see what we got here. Here's a headline, Suk. Best man left bleeding after being hit in the head by a flying dildo.
What?
Yep. And the bottom says, and wait until you hear where it came from. Unfortunately, I don't know where it came from, but that is the drama, right there.
I don't even want to know about that.
Here's from Mommy Needs a Life. My parenting style during quarantine has changed from, are you okay? Is anyone hurt? So unless you're hitting each other with bricks, I'm not getting up.
It's so true. I have to say that one resonates very well with both of us.
Right?
I'm not getting up unless you're killing and you're drawing blood.
Yeah, we've seen it. Let us know. How about me coming out of quarantine with all the stupid shit I bought online?
Is that a peacock?
I believe that's a peacock, yes.
Love it. Peacock on a leash.
Here, 2025. Mommy, who's my daddy? I don't know, honey. He was wearing a mask.
That's a good one.
That'll be 5 years from now.
Yeah,
two more to go. Let's see. Here's a funny GIF. Let's see if this works. Florida man catches case of corona.
Oh, hysterical. Right, I see a case of corona. That's funny.
And finally on this Wednesday, social distance service dogs. Only 3 left. Message me.
Ay. You know what they're doing with dogs? Certain dogs have the ability to sniff out certain cancers, things like that. They're actually training these highly sensitive animals to possibly sniff out COVID. Wouldn't that be a game changer? Because the testing hasn't been what it is, and so if animals are able to sniff out something that isn't kosher, why not?
Yeah, the first person who comes up with a COVID sniffing dog is going to make a lot of money. I could tell you that.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Blake Williams said you didn't mention the weatherman. Luckily, it is hump day. That means the weatherman will be here. But first, Suk, let's bring in our first guest of the day.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Mr. Tony Pace, Mr. Vegas. Tony, how are you, pal?
Yo, baby.
Tony!
I took the paternity test and the child is not mine.
Nice. Nicely done, my friend.
Phone? Or what?
Can you imagine how many people will be in that scenario, hanging out drunk at a bar with their mask on? Like, let's go back. Let's do that.
Can you?
Yeah.
How you doing, baby? What kind of a mask are you wearing? Baby. Even he would look good. With the teeth.
Yeah.
Half of these people that you take home, and it's like you take the mask off, and it's like,
oh, behave, Tony. This has to be like treacherous for you because you're usually in Vegas entertaining the masses, and things are everything's just shut down.
Everything's shut down everywhere. But you know what? For me, it's awesome because I've got everybody here with me anyway. Mm-hmm. So they're all in my head. So I've got all the company in the world, and it doesn't much matter. I'm socially distanced. I'm trying to figure out how to keep them socially distanced away from myself in my head. That's the biggest problem.
So when you wake up, do you put on different hats? Are you creating characters? I mean, so many people have been creating during this period, really using this time to, you know, to do things that they haven't been able to do before.
Absolutely. You know what? And I talk to all of my friends. I make sure that I call 3 or 4 friends every single day. People even that I haven't talked to in years, and they are so appreciative of the fact that that we touch base. We talk about what's going on. I just talked to a friend of mine in Canada, and we're going to talk again Friday. But we get a chance to reinvent, to do what we have to do. And I should have my PhD in 2 weeks. I went from my GED to my PhD in during this virus.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Tony, listen, you know, you're in the right place, because our audience and Suki and I, we love singers, we love impressionists. You do both together and separately. So listen, I want to give you the floor. Start us off, kick us off with a tune, whatever you like. The floor is yours, my friend.
All right. So let me think now. Now 60s, how many 60s, 70s, 80s? You know what? Let me start with this. Go
ahead.
One of my favorites is from Jay and the Americans. You remember Jay and the Americans?
Yep.
Perfect. Must we say goodbye? And each time we part, my heart wants to die. Now that's Cara Mia. Do you remember Cara Mia from Jay and the Americans? You guys
Cara Mia, oh my.
I love that. I love that tune. But, you know, when you talk about doing impersonations, like people ask me what my very first impersonation was.
Yeah.
And actually, if you talk about Johnny Mathis, the one aspect.
Oh, yes. Johnny Mathis.
Right? Music okay? I love the music.
Sounds good.
And the style, his style and everything else. Look at me, I'm helpless as a kitten of a tree. I guess that's enough of him. Okay.
Oh, where'd you go? I was really enjoying that.
That was really good.
But if I really had to think about what my very first impersonation had to be this. Now, where's your daughter, Sue?
Yeah, you know what? Who knows right now?
Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me, all of them under the spell.
I love it. That song, every time I hear that song, I swear to you, it brings a tear to my eye. There's something about that song.
Absolutely. And he you know what? That show gave us the Muppets and all of them. It just gave us such an incredible upbringing, and it just you know, we lost him way too young as far as that's concerned. But my favorite, and I was giving you a taste of it before, but my favorite, I would watch the Ed Sullivan Show, and it's pretty funny, because do you guys remember the Ed Sullivan Show?
Absolutely.
You don't. See, what I found out is people under the age of I'm going to say about under the age of 40 have no clue who Ed Sullivan was.
Well, that leaves both of us out.
Well, but I mean, you know, then depending on where you are in your in your life, but and I had to explain what the Ed Sullivan Show was to a group of like 18-year-olds one day. And it's like, how do you explain the Ed Sullivan Show? But I figured it out. All you do, it's like the Ed Sullivan Show is like American Idol, but with talent.
Yeah.
But you know what? My favorite, the gentleman that great show, amazing.
I see skies of blue.
Wow.
And clouds of white. The bright pleasant day. And the dancing at night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. That's a thing. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. That's a oh
yeah. Isn't that amazing?
So unmute your mic, Sue.
Okay, yes, because it's bedlam back here. So every time you're singing, I'm like, mute. I don't want the audience to get upset. Can I tell you
what?
How were you able to?
Yeah,
that
perfect.
That is such a voice that's so unique. And how do you go about creating that?
You know what? And all of the voices, as an impersonator, all the voices they have to sit in your voice. Like, for example, I used to do Joe Cocker, but that voice just it was actually doing damage to my vocal cords.
Yeah,
and I'll try certain vocalists, and you have to reposition. And there's a there's a sort of an art form of making sure that you've got that sound, and certain sounds work with my voice, certain sounds don't.
I try and make believe I'm like Mariah Carey in the bathroom. Just never works.
You got to go like this with your hands, Sue.
There you go. It works.
You sound just like her.
I do.
It works. Yeah.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then you've got, there's people like Prince, perfect example. I mean, who doesn't like Prince? You don't have to be things to baby from dusk until dawn. You don't have to be rich to do my work. You don't have to do my work. And I'm sick of inside. I'm not compatible with. Kiss. By the way, what is he saying at the end of there?
I have no idea.
I haven't been able
to I've seen some of your videos. I mean, when you're on stage, you're really getting into character. You got the Prince outfit on, right?
Yeah, and I love it. You know what? When I do my own show, just the Tony Pace and the Icon show, I don't use as much on the costumes, because it becomes difficult to get in and out, so to speak. But I have, I do a show with another impressionist, Karen Granger, and it's called The Masters of Impressions. And now there is just so it's like the sky's the limit with that. We both come out as Tina Turner in full Tina Turner garb.
Really?
Oh God!
Tina Turner with Ike, or Tina Turner?
No.
What's
Tina Turner.
Doing it?
The dual Tina Turners.
Oh.
We were both out there, and all of a sudden the production, my wife who runs production, she has this sound effects, and she like breaks screeching, and all you heard from the front row was this guy going, "This is not right." This is just not right. We come out as Cher. I do Cher as well. So
saw that. Yeah,
there's a whole plethora of things that we can do.
Give me a little Cher.
Oh, I'd love that.
Go ahead.
You brought it up.
We'll try it.
All right.
If I could turn back time, If I could find a way, I'd take back those words that I told you, and you'd stay.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, it's funny because Sook, you look at Tony, you think Cher's voice is coming out of that man?
I did not think at all. I was like, what the heck? She's so iconic. If I could, she gotta go.
Yeah.
But doing impersonations, I got to tell you, it became so much fun when duets became popular. I mean, it just, for example, most people think that Sonny and Cher were the most impersonated duet of all times. It wasn't Sonny and Cher.
Who was it?
Willie Nelson and Julio Iglesias.
Go ahead, baby.
All the girls who share my life, and the IRS who screwed up my life. They did it all, I know, but where did all my money go? To all the girls I love, they fall. To all the girls who care for me, and that make each one bright to be. And they all look at us bright, it's someone else's sight. To all the girls I loved before, the winds of change continue blowing, and every time I try to stay, the winds of change continue blowing, and they just getting me away. To all the girls, to all the girls, to all the girls, to all the girls I love you more.
Oh, baby. See, so this is what I'm talking about. Entertainers come on the show and they bring it. They bring it for our audience.
Amazing. And they're loving it. They're loving it.
It's great. Yeah, I mean, you know what? They're out there. They've supported us through thick and thin. I've got fans that have been with me for 30 years. Believe it or not, 30 plus years, and they're still with me. And you know, we try to give back when we can.
So great. You know, I could see him on with, like, you know, I could hear Regis going, Gelman, where's this guy been, Gelman? Tony, I love it. Where are you usually performing in Vegas? Like, where's like the normal spot for you?
I used to I was at the Clarion, which was the what's the name of the Greek Isle. It was Debbie Reynolds' old room. They tore it down in 2013, 14. And then now it's not as much. You know, when I go in there, it's to South Point. When I go in, Craig, when they tore that down, we started trying to go to different places. And my manager, and I love him dearly, Craig Nyer, he tried to, you know, he was putting me at different places, and every place that I was going, they were going to tear it down. So Craig said, I better get you out of Vegas before they tear Vegas down.
Yeah. He's great. Craig's great.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So he says, Tony, I'm going to put you on the road for a little bit. That's 320 days a year.
Wow.
320 days a year. That's a little bit.
Oh boy.
You know, but you know, we've been loving it. We did a tour of the entire United States a year or two ago, and my wife and I traveled. It was just her and I. We, you know, musicians on the road, and we saw the United States. We live in one of the most amazing countries in the world. We bought an RV and we toured everywhere, all 50 states.
That sounds great.
Great.
That's something I want to do when I retire.
Sounds great.
Absolutely. I suggest that everyone should do at some point in their lives. Just do it.
Was there something that you saw that you were like, whoa, I'm so glad we did this, and everybody else has to do it too? I mean, there's the usual checklists, right?
Yeah, I mean, we would do, it was like we would hit like for example, Texas. We started in McAllen, Texas, all the way down to the bottom, and we would do a show and then travel up, and it was like 7 or 8 days going zigzagging across Texas. We went across and saw all of Texas. The people, it was like, come on in, let us. They're so inviting. We went across to California and up the coast all the way to Washington State, across North Dakota and South Dakota. It was just amazing.
I don't even know what the Dakotas would feel like. Montana, Missouri, North.
Got to go to Mount Rushmore too. Mount Rushmore.
I need to do that. I want to do that.
And we would have time because we would do a show. Let's say we do a show on Monday, and then we'd have Tuesday off, and then we would do a show on Wednesday. So Tuesday was travel day, and we would actually do most of our traveling on Monday night. We get somewhere, and we would be driving, and we'd see a state park, and we'd go in the state park and spend the day just in this amazing just this greenery and just beautiful scenery throughout the country. It was amazing. It was just
Tony, when you were in Vegas, speaking of parks, a little bit outside of Vegas, have you ever been to a place called Valley of Fire State Park?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that place amazing or no?
If it's the near Red Rock, you're talking about near Red Rock.
It looks like you're on Mars. It looks like you're on another planet.
It's amazing. We actually took my sister came in and we took them to it, and it is just, you're absolutely right. You feel like you're on Mars. You can climb wherever you want, and it is. Yeah. I mean, and even in Vegas, people think when they come to Vegas, and we lived maybe 10 minutes away from the Strip. The Strip was just a postcard. It's a picture. And
wow.
But when we moved there, our kids were young, and there was so much to do. You didn't have to go to Vegas or downtown on the Strip. There was so much to do. Grand Canyon. There was just
Hoover Dam.
Such a great place.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Tony, listen, enough talking. Back to work, my friend.
Okay.
When you do, like, what do you do, like an hour show, hour and a half? You need a lot of material to fill that time, right?
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I get a kick out of when because all of the bands, I don't carry my own group. They're all pickup musicians.
Wow.
So in a 90-minute show, I do 45, 50 charts. So there's 50 songs, and and the guys, they get the book, it's that thick, and they go, that this is only 90 minutes. But I do, most of the stuff that I do, it might be 30 seconds of something, and it's all interconnected. So there's a lot. I want to give the audience just a lot of
Is there a song you want to do as Tony Pace, a chart song that you want to sing just as you?
Right now? You mean?
Good.
Sure.
Daddy, it's not me.
You know what? And I'll do a little bit of it. I've got a nonprofit organization. It's called Help Me Make. It's called Honoring the Uniform. And for 30 years, we've been fundraising for the veterans. And you got to help me make this place. See if you can find it. It's a song, and all of the proceeds go to the veterans. Over all of the decades with other organizations, we've been able to raise $2-3 million to help out, and it's been great. It's called Help Me Make This Place. I remember where my heart once stood. We were the symbol of all that was good. Remember those who made this place. They made this place our home. We taught our children the right from wrong. We had the strength and we stood strong. Help me make this place my home again. All those things that made up my life, I trade them all to give my kids and wife that feeling that we held so long ago. This is the only place I've ever known we stood united and sometimes alone. Help me make this place my home again. Stand beside me, don't watch it fall. The truth be told, we have it all. Help me make this place my home again. And God, I trust allegiance to the flag. Don't let them take what we once had. And help me make this place my home again. I'm not alone in how I feel. I'll stand beside you. This is real. One by one, it's how it must be done. Now I can see the good in you. Don't lose faith because of what they do. Help me make this place my home again. And stand beside me, don't watch it fall. The truth be told, we have it all. And help me make this place my home again. And God, I trust allegiance to the flag. Don't let them take what we once had. And help me make this place my home again. And God, I pledge allegiance to the flag. Don't let them take what we once had. Help me make this place my home again.
That was beautiful. That was really beautiful.
Thank you.
So appropriate. So appropriate.
They're all veterans and first responders. They're all just doing such an amazing job for us all and keeping us safe during this.
Tony, so many people writing. I was putting them up on the board for you. You know, what a great voice, great song. One person wrote, "Do you do Wayne Newton at all?" Speaking of Vegas, is he in that repertoire?
Thank you for. Now, are you talking about Wayne Newton before or today? Because
before what?
Well, you know what, and he even kids about it. He goes like, "Let me do,
Dankeschön, yeah."
Wayne Newton of yesterday was Dankeschön, darling, Dankeschön. Wayne Newton today, Dankeschön. One of his backup singers, he did that routine on stage with him. Wayne Newton goes, "All right, hey, do me," and he goes, "Well, do you want me to do you now or before?" And he did that routine. The house just came down.
Wow,
it was hilarious. That was really hilarious, and rightly so. When you think about it, here's a legend that has been doing shows 7 nights a week, 2 shows a day, 50 years. I mean, he's still so charismatic. Whether his voice, it's taxed, and we get it, but he's still charismatic and just he's an amazing artist.
You're always rooting for him. You're always rooting for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Everybody loves that guy. All right. Is there like a 5-person finale in that head right now?
5-person finale, boy! What a challenge!
Am I asking too much?
I don't. Yeah, we are the world. We are the world. Thank you, Hillary. I just think thank you very much for coming. Thank you. And this is Jimmy. This is Jimmy Stewart, and and what a wonderful life, and it's just an amazing thing.
That was good.
I don't want to go. I only have to go to the party. I want to go to the party.
Elmo.
Wait a minute. I saw you do. You did. Was it Edith? You were doing Edith Bunker.
Songs that made the hit parade.
Guys like us, we had it made.
And
those were the days.
And I saw it last night. Unbelievable, with Nikki on the show, and and watching you guys. You guys are just unbelievable.
Oh, thanks, Tony.
No wonder everybody loves you. And I was just trying to figure out, something just personal, and I hope you don't take offense, but I figured out the ultimate Suki impersonation.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this.
Give me a Casey Kasem. That would be perfect.
This is Casey Kasem counting down the hits. Tonight, we've got the most incredible duo. Yes, indeed. It is Scott and Suki. No. That's Suki and Scott.
There you go. That's it. You got her, Tony. You got her.
Scooby.
Hey, Shaggy.
So when we were doing our morning show, at least once a morning, I'd have to get her wheezing. And when that kicked in?
I would have when I really was going, and then Scott couldn't control himself. Then it just all went off the rails. It was fun, but you know what? Really what viewers would say? Remember Muttley?
Yeah, Muttley the dog.
I would have, and it's great being able to do voices, because one of the things that my motto, the one thing that has always stood in when I get up in the morning is to leave every day a little bit better than you found it. And I would get phone calls from friends, and all I'd hear was, hello, is Mickey there? Is Mickey there? And I knew that it was my friend. He had his granddaughter sitting there.
Aww.
And all of a sudden I'd be in a restaurant, this 5-star restaurant, and all of a sudden it's like I pick up the phone. Oh yeah. Oh hi. Oh, Dorothy. Oh yeah. Oh, are you coming back to Disney? Are you coming back to it? Hey, hold on. Someone's here.
Hey, this is Goofy. Are you coming back?
Give me that phone. Okay. And it was just I could hear that voice on the other phone going, "I love you, Mickey. I'll come back and see." And you know that it just you touched their heart with just something. And you know what? That's what you guys are doing for us. So people from Australia and everybody else, if you think about it, they're listening to you because you touched their hearts. And
Tony, thank you, buddy. Listen, I want you back soon. All right.
Anytime you want.
You were great, my friend. You were really fantastic. You really.
Tony, I just don't let anybody do the wheeze. Remember.
Tony, give me one. Tony, give me the wheeze. Oh man. I have to cut that. I'm going to cut that out. Put it on a loop.
So funny, Tony.
So who played the nanny? What was her name?
Fran Drescher.
Tony, I was between Suki and Fran Drescher one morning, and I had the dueling laughs going back and forth. It was insane.
She was like, Scott.
Suki's wheezing. She's doing that. It was great. Tony, you were great, buddy. Thank you. Listen, I want to put up the banner one more time. TonyPace.com. Folks, go check him out. The guy, as you can see, is very, very talented. Tony, you're the best, buddy.
Thank you so much. Thank you to both of you.
I'm back soon.
Give our love to your wife and your family. Stay safe, okay?
Likewise.
Thank you, Tony.
That was a lot of fun.
Right? He was great.
That had me like, I was like, I was like, I need to be able to breathe.
Oh my God, that is a great clip right there. I'm gonna cut that off with the two of you guys. It was really funny.
He is right. That was funny. That was funny, Joseph.
Still lots more to do. John Larocchia coming up in just a few minutes. Hi, Bo. My daughter's making an appearance here today.
Let me say hello. Which one? Is it Madison? Who is it?
Yeah, no, it's Dilly.
Hi, Dilly. How are you?
Fresh out the shower.
Dilly, look at how cute. Did you make those tie-dyes?
Yeah.
Ah, good. My daughter wants to do that too. All the kids are tie-dyeing this summer. Tie-dyeing.
Okay. We got a little ice cream date at 8 o'clock, but I think I'm getting Nick's. Go ahead, sweetie. You can go.
What is
Tell them we'll go after our ice cream. Nobody takes our ice cream cake. Get out of here, you're punished.
Do you have can I tell you something? I went to the grocery store. I bought the hot fudge. I bought the nuts. I bought the sprinkles. I bought every little topping that I could so we could have Sunday bars. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna hit a little Dairy Queen. Well, listen, before we get to John, we need to check in for a little hump day weather, don't we?
David
G. Hold on, Sook. Let's bring it up. It's time for a little weatherman. The people have been screaming for our weatherman, David G.
We came here at 6 o'clock in the morning, fussing. Fucking father brought away. And then they don't do anything.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Weatherman. That's me, David G. Still COVID-free. Living the quarantine dream right here on the banks of the Atlantic. Guys, your show has gotten so popular, it's getting harder and harder to get around unnoticed. Take a look at some of this footage I got my hands on from just yesterday of your weatherman trying to leave a restaurant with takeout. The paparazzi were ruthless. I had my girl leave first with her dog Poochie, and I wound up going out the back. Good thing my new COVID mask was just delivered today. It also works great as a disguise from the press. Let's see how it fits, shall we? Nice. Okay, let's get right to the weather. Sookie and Scotty can't thank you enough for the high-tech weather equipment. Let's give it a try, shall we?
Okay, today was sunny but windy, 67. Thursday, sun comes back, 67. Friday, partly cloudy, 72. Since you guys got me all munchkined up, I always wanted to sing this song.
We represent the lollipop guild, the lollipop guild, the lollipop guild.
Guys, the one thing I noticed about this mask seems to be attracting the birds. This is David G. Still COVID-free, living the quarantine dream, saying good night, everybody.
I think he's lost his mind on weather.
I think he's out of his mind.
Very popular. You saw the paparazzi, right?
I saw the paparazzi. I saw the birds. I saw the chicks hanging out for him, going, he's here, he's here. Very funny.
Everybody loves the weatherman.
I wanted to know, does he drink?
Oh, man. Speaking of drinking, here's a guy who never drinks. Let's bring him in. The man, the myth, the legend. Look at he's sitting in the king chair.
I don't have a virtual background. I have an actual piece of crap background that I throw up every time. I'm using my confirmation name for the first time.
Yeah, wow. That's Johnny. That's the law. Do we have enough graphic room for that name?
When do you use your confirmation name? Never. So this is a time on the Scott and Suki. Very well produced show, guys.
Thank you.
Right. I told my family, please, I'm on a big show tonight. I've been on a few shows. I'm on the big one, Scott and Suki.
On the big one.
Everybody come down the basement in the camera. Suki has had 12 people in the background so far. Who have been yelling, Dad! I heard him say, Dad, get the cookies. Every time there's another one. I've seen another kid in the back. Very well professional done show. Very nice.
It's like they just look at him in the snack drawer. Look at him in the snack drawer.
Yeah, is he peeing in that drawer? It looks like he's peeing in the drawer.
Is your husband home, Suki? Is your husband home?
Yeah, he's home. He's home.
Yeah, because he's sending them in there. He's like, somebody else get in there. Let's screw up Mom's show. So
it's so true because when he's got things to do.
Oh,
there he is. Say hello, Eric.
Where is Eric? Hello, Eric. How are you, brother?
Say hello.
Yeah, another fireman that loves me. Look at that. Right on the camera.
He's coming over to say hello. He's coming.
Yeah, right.
Hey, yeah, man. You guys are both.
Hey, bro, good to see you. There's another child. How many kids you have? 12? You have the neighbors over? You quarantining for the neighbors. Quarantining.
Yeah.
Is that a word? Quarantining?
Yes.
John, I try to tell her. Do you ever see Kelly Ripa's kids in the shot? Never. I never see Kelly's kids in the shot.
This is why New York loves you two guys and misses you, because you're a mess, just like the rest of them.
You're a mess.
You throw it out there and it works.
You're so.
God, I got my daughter's off to the side going, Dairy Queen closes at 8. Can we go right now? It closes at 8.
Wrap it up. We got to get the wheels down.
I'll talk to Suki. Go ahead. Get the ice cream, whatever.
Oh, man.
Tony Pace, what a talent there, huh?
Yeah.
He was good, huh?
Yeah, I'm glad
really
I didn't have to follow him. I'm glad you put that piece in between us, because that was really a mess. So that was good. I could follow that piece, but couldn't follow Tony.
Everybody loves our weather, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, he was wonderful. So thanks for having me.
Johnny, listen, what's cooking? Laughter Saves Lives. Suki and I have been a part of that. In and out. I've had a chance to do some comedy on stage. You had like a whole Zoom telethon, like a 5-hour ordeal. It was
hours. 5 hours of Johnny Larocchia on camera.
It was amazing. It was funny because you had Joe Piscopo open the show, and then I did like 5 minutes. I did 5 minutes, and then Suk, I checked back at this was at 6. I checked back at 11. They were still going.
Yeah,
and it was all raising money for PPEs and masks for
$11,700 we raised.
Wow!
Unbelievable.
We bought 4,000 KN95s, not the N95s, the KN95s, but we found a use for them. Just dropped another 300 off at St. Albans Veterans Hospital.
Right.
Using them for if somebody comes in and they don't have a mask, the support staff. So we were really excited about that.
Very nice, John.
I was quarantined down the basement for 4 weeks.
Wow.
Did you had COVID?
No, my wife and my daughter are nurses, and they told me to go down here, and I just like an idiot went down. And 4 weeks later, I'm like, "Why am I down here?" And they said, "You're an idiot. You're just an idiot. We told you to go down there." So, but it was good because I got a lot of chicken cutlets. My wife gave me a lot of chicken cutlets. They left them upstairs, no plate, because the stairs are a little dirty, so they were a little crunchy. But good chicken cutlets.
But you know what? I get it, because in the beginning, you were worried about contaminating, bringing it in. What was the decon process as a first responder? How are you going to come inside the house?
Yes.
Because it's not like you're testing every day, because you're not.
My daughter was out there, so when she comes home, I got the whole decon set up. I got the pools, I got the shower. She doesn't like stripping out in the street, but she's not bringing that stuff in here. So, she washes down out there, and that's that.
Scotty says the strip clubs are going to have like Tyvek suits, and it's going to be like the new.
John, it's over. The massage parlors, the strip clubs, it's finished. It's over.
Well, stand-up comedy is in like phase 12. Phase 11 is massage parlors, strip clubs, and houses of ill repute, and then comedy clubs. So we got to wait.
Yeah, that's
stand-up.
Comedy clubs are way after barbershops.
Yes.
Yeah, but this weekend, barbershops and everything is going to be open in like 50 states. So
Now, I didn't see the deal, but I'm sure they're not going to have like 12 people in there. I hope not. A few at a time, spread out.
I think it's staggered. And everybody has masks on, and they're going to try and make it work. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't know. Ladies, do we all need pedicures and manicures in the worst way possible?
I love the pedicures. I love the pedicures. God, never? Have you ever had a pedicure?
I did it once. I love getting the ankles.
I do it out of state, though. I do it out of state when I'm teaching out of state. I do it because I don't want people around here to get the wrong idea about
Mr. G used to want to go get pedicures all the time, but I didn't want to be seen out getting pedicures.
No, not in the neighborhood. No, not in the neighborhood. I need new refrigerator. In the middle of all this, my refrigerator went. We were actually using my daughter's college refrigerator from Binghamton for about 2 weeks. Yeah, you can buy milks, like a pint of milk at a time, and one avocado, And I go call PC Richard, and they said they have curb service, which I thought meant you show up at the store and you say, "Hey, I want a refrigerator. This is the one I want," and then they deliver it, and then they leave it at the curb when they deliver it.
How are you supposed to get it in?
I didn't. I have an extension cord. It's in the driveway. Drivers are going by. They got the nice ice thing, and so that's good. I'm helping the neighborhood. I got to get in there. I need some help.
Do you know how many? Were you one of those people early on that was like? I mean, because I'm still trying to find hand sanitizer. This is like my goal. Every week, I look for hand sanitizer wherever I go. I don't know if you've been able to find it. I mean, I don't care about the fountain anymore. I don't care about the toilet paper anymore. Yeah. Forget about the chopped meat. Okay, I'll pay the price for chopped meat. I'm talking hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I teach for Homeland Security, as you know. You're looking at me, you'd go, is he really that smart to teach other people? Yeah. Also, with my stand-up act, doing it 26 years, people go, maybe 3, after they see my act. But I bought 4 gallons of hand sanitizer.
God bless you.
Gallons. I got it in the mail the other day. We just bathed in it like you could stick your head in it. And it's a lot of, yeah. So we're protected for a week after we.
Honey, how many squirts?
Yeah. Hey, John, do you have any more? As this, doesn't seem like we're really getting back to normal anytime soon. Are there any more comedic telethons in the works for you?
Well, I don't know if we're going to do another telethon. That was a lot. That was exhausting. But we'll do some stuff. I'm trying to keep the Laughter Saves Lives name out there because after this is over, I was already working on the Laughter Saves Lives responders and military tour. Comics, responders, military, raising money for those type of charities. And shame on me for not including healthcare professionals before this. We changed our mission statement on the foundation, and we've changed the tour. Laughter Saves Lives, responders, military, and healthcare professionals tour. Wow. Comics. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna raise money, and we have a niche. It's my tour, and I'm gonna headline because nobody else will hire me to headline but me. But we're gonna deliver the show. You were talking about Vegas, Rat Pack style, where the comics will have interactions. Bust each other's balls. Can I say bust each other's balls?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Bust each other's testicles. Can I say testicles? Testicles? Bust each other's testicles.
Absolutely.
All right. So that's what we'll do that on stage, like in a barracks, like in a police station, like in a firehouse. And we'll get a little of that banter going. And then you do your stand-up, So I'm looking forward to booking that around the country, but mostly in this area.
I actually think that's going to have a lot of staying power, and it's going to resonate with a lot of people as we continue to open up. I mean, this is going to be an ongoing process. Protocol. Yeah. I mean, the CDC today finally put some protocol in place when it came to schools, when it came to restaurants, and people are now trying to be compliant with it. So this is going to be an ongoing thing, John.
Yeah, it's going to take time. I'm having a forum next week with a bunch of private comedy producers to talk about when the time comes, what do we need to do? We're doing shows in firehouses, VFW halls, to make the audience and the comics feel comfortable. Stuff like distancing, maybe a plexiglass or a shower curtain actually between the comics and the audience. Wearing a face, I don't know, but I'm saying in the beginning, you want the audience to come in there and go, oh, all right, I feel comfortable here. It's a big room. We're spread out. Maybe bring your own food, bring your own cups. I don't know. Audience wears a mask.
Yeah,
it's going to take a while to in the comics. Some of these, I have an income. I teach, not right now, but we'll be cranking it up soon. A lot of these comics depend on this money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So many people suffering. So many people, unemployment skyrocketing. I mean, this is a whole new norm, and a lot of people need to, if they do have expendable cash and can help out. The littlest thing goes a long way, and that's what people need to realize. Just the littlest thing. Even when you do the stuff online, $20 here, $20 there, 20 times, 5,000 people. We're making real, contributions with that money that's, contributed. So
your camera looks stunning. You look stunning, Scott. You look a little cloudy though, Scott. Is there something?
It's the beard, John. It's the beard. I look a little.
I ordered a new camera. I just got a new mic. How do I sound, by the way? How does it sound?
You sound great.
Fantastic. Got a new mic.
Scott made me buy this.
Yes, that's what I bought. I bought that, something like that. But mine is the black one, but the silver one, I bought something like that.
Scott, I'll show you yours if you show me mine.
Yes,
Suki, mine's bigger than yours. Suki, yours is fatter than mine, I think.
Mine's got girth.
What kind of Tony Pace is on a wonderful interview, beautiful. And then what do I get? Show me yours if I'll show you mine. Why do I get this?
It's just innuendo, Johnny. It's just innuendo.
Oh, God.
Tony's new. He's new to the area. We had to make him feel comfortable.
One more thing, which I think, look, I'm closing the interview. One more thing, guys. No. It's like when you're on the phone with somebody and you go, "What is that? What do you say?" What's the saying you say where you're trying to get rid of them, but you're making it sound like it's their decision? Right. What is it? Oh, I can't think of it.
Before you go? Before I go? No.
No. I'll think of it after I'll call you later. I'll call you guys later. One other thing we did with the foundation and the money we raised. I was watching the news one night and I see these food lines and people waiting for food, and the people are waiting for 6 hours and they run out of food. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, I just had sausage and pepper hero, and I had this. I'm eating all day, and somebody. What if this woman had 2 kids? What? And it just made me crazy. So I looked up the local food pantry in Hempstead. It's the Inn, Mary Brennan Inn, mm-hmm. And I called them and I go, listen, after 6 hours wants to do something for you. What do you need? And we had a food drive, and I brought the car there loaded with food. And if you've ever been to a food pantry or soup kitchen before,
yes,
pulling up and seeing people online waiting. Now I have to get a cold lunch because they can't open up the hot lunch.
Right.
It just moved me.
It's heartbreaking. Food. You know what people don't understand? Food insecurity in America is a very, very real thing. People can afford maybe one meal, but they can't afford 3 meals a day. And now that unemployment is what it is, everybody is affected with food insecurity now. Yeah. I mean, listen to why public schools had such a hard time to close down public schools. And everyone's like, why aren't they closing it down? Why? Because kids don't eat because their parents can't provide. And that's where public school systems and the meal programs substitute healthy meals for these kids. So food insecurity is a real thing. I always tell people, if you can go to your pantry when you're buying something for yourself and your family, drop off a bag at your local pantry, canned goods, rice, pastas, beans, things that last a long time.
My church has, you can bring in, and I live in a nice area here in Belmore. I have a huge house. I was a city fireman, so a big house. You here in Belmore, one of the biggest houses in Belmore. So when I go to
the church, address, John? What's the number on that house?
The address? My house is the smallest house on the block. It's actually the smallest house on the block. But it's like when I used to teach for Homeland Security. I still teach, and we had a meeting with all the instructors, 25 instructors. Some of these guys, scientists. I mean, brilliant people. And I called all the guys over and I go, hey, look at this picture. I go, I'm the dumbest guy in this picture. And then I looked at them and I said, but I'm in the picture. There are people that want to teach all over the country for this organization, and somehow I snuck in there. You know, they allowed me in Louisiana State University in the cafeteria. Could you see me walking into the teachers' lounge? Hey, like Rodney Dangerfield. Hey guys, how you doing? You know, so I try to avoid it because I'll probably get fired. So yeah, getting back to the food kitchen, we go to church, and it's good because sometimes I get to church late, and I'll crack open a can of chili and eat it in the back row before communion. No, stop! I don't do that.
Johnny, how could people, if what's the site if people want to help out, donate a little money? Is it laughtersaveslives.org?
Yes, sir. Very good. Laughtersaveslives.org. Go on the site. We're having problems with the donate button, and the only way to test it is to put $50 and hit donate. And if it goes through, we know it's working.
See if it works. See if it works.
It's a test.
Get it in. Get it in, everybody.
Johnny Larocchia the third. Sean Charles Anthony Larocchia the third.
The third, yes. Am I done? You done with me?
Oh, he's got to get the Dairy Queen. TikTok.
I got to get the Dairy Queen.
Oh, me, honey, I'm still on the show. All right. We're done. She wants me upstairs to peel potatoes.
We just killed an hour, my friend. That's all we needed.
You got chicken cutlets. You got to go pound the chicken cutlets.
You guys are awesome. Scott, you look wonderful. Sukanya, the red, you look wonderful.
Johnny, thank you, pal. We love you.
Thanks for always having me on. Really appreciate it.
You're the best, my friend.
Take care.
All right, Jack. He's funny, right?
Did you like my joke? She wants you to pound the chicken cutlet.
Suki, I'm going to go up and pound my chicken cutlets right about anything after 8 o'clock is fair game. You know what I mean? That's when the Spice Channel comes on at 8 o'clock.
You're trying to figure it out through the.
Dad, what are you doing downstairs? Nothing, son. Stay up there. I'll be done in a minute. I remember that when I was a kid. Pop, what's going on down there? Nothing. So you got the Spice Channel on? No.
I'm telling Mom. Anyway, go get Dairy Queen. Tomorrow we have another great show. Tell everybody.
Dairy Queen closed at 8 o'clock. I was just informed. It's over, Johnny. Listen, first of all, Tony Pace texted me, said he had a great time. What a great guy. What a talented guy, man. He was good. Johnny Larocchia, Laughter Saves Lives. Great program. Tomorrow night, Suki, we have a brother duo singing group called Haimonia.
Haimonia.
So I haven't heard, but I was told by their promoter that they're phenomenal. Same fellow who takes care of, I think, with Constantine. So he recommended them.
It's a win and a win.
Yeah. They've got a song out called Drinking Claws. Probably the drink, right? Was it White Claw?
White Claw.
It went viral online. And we also have your boy, Sinbad. Big star. Sinbad's coming
We made that happen. I was like, Scotty, we got to make Sinbad. The last time Sinbad was with Scotty and myself, we did a Facebook Live for an hour.
After the show.
It was ridiculous. And he had so much fun on the Facebook Live. Yeah. And I was like, I know you remember us. I know you do.
And he was just on. They just had Jingle All the Way on that he's on with Arnold, where he plays the mailman looking for the doll. So tomorrow night is Sinbad, and maybe we do a little 4-day weekend. So what do you think?
I think so, guys. I think Scotty and I need a little 4-day weekend just to decompress. We've been kind of like really pushing on all cylinders. So we might do it. We might have to do a best of. We might have to put some Phil Pause videos up there. The best of Phil Pause.
The best of Phil.
Yeah, I think so, Scotty. But
I think we have enough. We have enough.
We do. We do. All right, Scotty. Go.
Do it again tomorrow.
Go get Dilly something sweet to eat. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Good night, everybody. Happy Wednesday. See you tomorrow.
Bye.